All right. Um, you guys have been staying for the past couple of days at the Weary Giant Inn, and upon waking one morning, you find this note. Actually, before I give you that note, anybody here part of this interim?
Yes, Shade. She's a faction agent. Ooh, thank you. Let's see.
Yes, Waylander, also Centauran.
You guys actually find that note when you wake. Everyone else gets this one.
Hey, thanks.
Um, as you guys have been staying at this inn for the past couple of days, during your stay, there's been a few of the locals that have come in begging you guys to tell tales of your previous adventures. So I would like it as you guys introduce yourselves one by one. We'll start with Randall. That you please give a little bit about your adventures in the past.
Starting with me, huh?
Yep.
Well, my adventures began awfully young. You see, my mommy and my daddy are both human. But you'll notice, and I reaches up and flicks his half ears, I should really say my mommy and her husband are both human. I'm a half-elf. So I kind of grew up trying to stay out of his way because he didn't really like me. If I hadn't been a sorcerer, I probably wouldn't have survived to reach adulthood. But I did reach adulthood. And the Jewelers Guild, whatever Daddy thought, found some use for my talent, so I've become their literal troubleshooter. I've done a lot of things. I made this. I dealt with some nasty stuff in a sewer. I dealt with this whole conspiracy thing in Mole Master and put a new High Lord on the throne. I even did this strange detour through a land of gray mist and fogs. In general, it seems like I don't do as much work for my guild as I used to. These days, I just seem to go around being a hero. But the real hero of the story is everyone else, because, I just throw Twin Spell Haste, Twin Spell Greater Invisibility, Twin Spell Polymorph, that type of stuff.
Cool.
Shade, you're up. We're going right to left.
All right, sounds good. My name is Justin. I'm playing Shade. Shade is a Zentarum faction agent, and she likes to kind of make a living doing that. It pays for things, and the Zentarum are pretty relaxed about her practicing her necromancy stuff. As far as past adventures, she spent most of her adventuring career in Barovia. So this was kind of like my season 4 character. So she's been through all those modules, and yeah, so she's a wizard. So she'll be casting a variety of spells and mostly area of effect.
Yago.
Iago is a studious high elf fighter who's usually accompanied by his trusty owl, Odin. Iago is carrying a sunblade that he actually found while a beginning adventurer wandering through the darkness of the Underdark. The darkness of the Underdark. Sounds like it needs a magic missile, huh? And yeah, he actually did quite a bit of adventuring in the Underdark before getting sucked away into the lands of Barovia, where eventually he managed to help infiltrate the castle of the Lord there and slay him, releasing himself and many of the local townsfolk back into their normal lives. And since then, he's been just kind of kicking around, helping out wherever he's needed. I don't want to give out too much on the adventures you played, because I'm sure don't want spoilers and stuff like that.
That's fine. Father Ignatius, I keep trying to say it in Spanish because I know it's a Spanish name.
Father Ignatius Papadopoulos. You can call him Iggy. You can call him Iggy Pop, or technically Pop Iggy Pop works.
Pop Iggy Pop. That's awesome.
He was born the night that he was born. He was dropped off at the doorstep of a church. He grew up in the church, never leaving it. He eventually became a priest there. There was something missing. Mostly it was money. Vow of poverty is nice for other people, but it really doesn't get him what he needs in life. So he left the church and went independent. He now travels the countryside doing spell casting services in downtime. He's basically a cleric mercenary, and he'll go wherever healing is needed for a meager donation of coin to the church's humble servant.
Landoran.
Hi, Landoran is a elf that has been wandering around tracking giants for a while until somehow his group dissipated. His main abilities are dealing with the longbow and a scimitar. He's a soft-spoken but observant wood elf. And that's about it for him.
Any past adventures you'd like to boast yourself about?
Well, started trying to protect some cities and towns like I believe it was Nightstone, and then moved on to Golden Fields. But after that, the group dissipated, and he's been looking for new adventures to continue on to help others. He has experience fighting hill giants, goblins, orcs, and the such.
Waylander.
Good evening, everyone. Name's Ernesto. I'll be playing Waylander. He is a human fighter, EK, but it's a ranged fighter, so you'll see him using his hand crossbow more often than not. He's done quite a few things for his faction, being that he's a spy for the Centaurum. He's gone around Van Dalen when there was trouble down there, gathered some information for them. Same thing in Flan. And as more recently, he's been trying to get more information about some of the things going on in the area here with the giants and stuff like that. And that's about it.
Okay, excellent. No past adventures that you'd like to boast about, sir?
Yeah, I did. That's what the information gathering in Fendalen and Flan and whatnot.
All right. So, as you guys head over to to meet the person whose name was in the letters that you should meet, you're all obviously in Stagwick. You were staying at believe it was the Sleepy Giant Inn. Nope, the Weary Giant Inn. As you guys step outside, the wind tears your face, howling in cold defiance of early autumn. Before you, snow-blasted mountains rise high into the gray skies, a dusting of flakes that fell last night cover the ground. Against the mountainous backdrop of the ice spires stands a hulking figure with red hair and a shaggy beard, whipping wildly. Wum Burden raises a hand to signal hello As you near, the leader of Harvestvale's frontier scouts cries out over the wind, "Thank you for joining us." And glances to either side reveal no one other than the scoutmaster before you. The unkempt Furblog whistles long and loud 3 times. Boom! A tremendous rumble followed by snow and rock tumbling down the spires signals the approach of something massive.
Avalanche.
Wom holds up his hand, indicating there is no need to be alarmed. Boom! 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 More rumbles as an enormous woman comes into view, climbing down from the mountains. She is nearly 4 times the height of a human. Blue skin covers her corded muscles. Stiff braids hold her white hair still in the winds. There can be no doubt. Before you is a mighty frost giant. Wom nods to the woman and turns back to you. Meet Scovia Thrufist. You're going to save her son. And as he says these words, you notice the giant falls to her knees in tears and begins to recant to you the story of what has happened to her. She says, 3 days ago, Burlade and I were hunting in the ice spires near the cold woods. This was Gorikvater territory, and it ends at the border of the ice spires and the cold woods. When I returned to my camp, I found the scene of a battle. Human and horse corpses lay in the area, cut in half by my son's axe. The tears begin to stream down her face a little harder as she's recanting this, and she seems a little distraught by this. The tracks of the horses headed off towards the cold wood, dragging something big behind them. My first instinct was to go after the riders who took my son, but better sense prevailed. I knew doing so would threaten the peace between the frost giants and the people of Harvestvale. If I bring my son's disappearance to the attention of Jarl Grovik Vater, it will end, no doubt, in death of many giants and people of Harvestvale. I took matters into my own hands and sought out Unwam, who has promised to help find Burley. I am giving the frontier scouts 5 days to find and return Burley before I tell the Jarl what happened to my son. The consequences of this are war and death in Hartsvale. As she finishes recounting her tale, you see that she can no longer contain her emotions and breaks into a hysteric crying. At this, Wum gathers you all together and pulls you off to the side. He says, I know the Blood Riders, an order of giant-hating, self-appointed border guards that operate out of the cold wood. I am certain they took Burley. King Hartwick does not approve of the Blood Riders. Any violence against the giants in the region would break the truce and spell doom for Hartsvale. The Riders have yet to kill any giants, but they refuse to disband. The Blood Riders keep their camp mobile, and so we have not been able to find them. I'm asking you, adventurers, to find the Blood Riders and convince them to free Burley, if the young giant still lives, that is. If the riders cannot be convinced, Burleigh must be freed by any means necessary. However, if Burleigh is dead, then you should kill Scran Mikkel, the leader of the riders. Bring his head to the Jarl of Groverick Waters. That may be the only way to avoid outright war at this point. You are the best choices for this mission, as I have heard great boastings of your adventures in the past. You seem well versed in battle and travel, and will do good in aiding us. Avoiding war with the giants is King Hartwick's top priority. Should you accomplish this mission, I am willing to give you 1,000 gold.
I'm interested.
Think something can be worked out.
Agreed.
I'm interested simply for the experience. I haven't spent much time with giants, let alone friendly ones, so...
We'll get your son back.
Just out of curiosity, does anybody have the story award from uninvited guest to befriend a giant?
I do not.
Let me check.
If you do,
Is it
if you
the
do,
Defenders of Arnest?
no.
It
Then
comes
no.
from 5-3. It's a tier 1 from this season.
Yeah, I got a story award from there, but it's Defenders of Parnast.
You must have not been very nice to the pixie.
Yeah, my group didn't want to parlay with them.
Yep, you didn't get it. So if nobody has it, then you've nothing to worry about. Any other questions you have for either the giant or Wum? Actually, more likely Wum, as the giant seems to be crying hysterically at the loss of her child.
Yeah, I mean, she said 5 days. We have 5 days. So how far is this Cold Woods?
Wum tells you there are 2 ways to get to the Cold Woods. The fastest and most perilous is to travel through the ice spires. The slowest and the slowest and easiest way to travel is to travel around the ice spires.
Okay.
That's a scary place.
I know you mentioned these dragon riders were like a mercenary group or something. What are they primarily made up of? Like humans, goblins?
Wum says the Blood Riders are an ancient order of giant killers, originating from Heartsvale. They have formed anew in response to the increase in giant activity throughout the Sword Coast. They are more than likely of the non-monster races. They are human. They can consist of humans, dwarves, elves, and so on and so forth. He also tells you, you will know their leader Scran Mikkel, a one-armed, one-eyed human male and veteran soldier. He leads the Blood Riders. His hatred for all giant kind is infamous in Heartsvale. 20 years ago, Skarn's entire family was killed by goblins in the attack that claimed his eye and arm. He suspects these goblins were pawns of a rogue giant tribe.
I was about to ask what their beef was with these giants.
I see.
So, okay. Here are your options. Again, you can go through the ice spires. If you go through the ice spires, you will make it there. Depending on how fast you travel, you can either make it there within 12 hours, or short, or a little faster than 12 hours at a fast pace. No rangers, right?
I'm a ranger.
No.
Is
I'm
your
also a ranger.
is your favored terrain
Mountains.
Arctic mountains?
Not mine.
Well, mountains. Yes. Mountains, not Arctic.
Okay. Yep, you with the help of a ranger, you guys may make it through the ice spires just a bit faster.
Glendoran's a ranger too. I don't know what his favorite terrain is.
It's not mountains. I couldn't help with that.
And how long would it be if we didn't do the middle?
To break the fourth wall, basically, if you don't do the middle, you'll make it there with very, very, very little time to spare.
That sounds risky too. Sounds like it's important maybe to get there quick based on the
Okay.
two routes.
All right.
But I'm okay with whatever, really. Any suggestion from either the Furblog or the Giant on which route to take?
Okay, basically this is what they say to you. Heartsvale Scoutmaster grunts over the wind. If you're going to find the Blood Raiders, your best option is to follow the path they made through the woods after taking Burleigh. That means getting back to the place where he was abducted. You have two options: cut through the ice spires, shorter and more dangerous, or go around the spires, which will take more time. If you go through the ice spires, I can guide you to our camp, Scovia says. If you go through the spires, following them west, then north, and you will find our camp. Even with me guiding you, the ice spires are hazardous. They are colder than any autumn weather in Hartsvale. Wum stares hard at you. The choice is yours. Be quick, and don't forget to search the scene of the abduction for clues about what happened. Does anybody have cold weather gear?
You don't
I
make
do.
it out of Barovia without cold weather gear.
I do, actually.
I'm covered.
And I take it we all have horses?
Cold weather gear
No.
is
No
in
horses.
inventory.
So, again, the giant basically says she will take you through the ice spires. She will not, however, take you the long way around.
Fast is good. Last time we
Yes,
went slow,
yeah.
people nearly died because of it.
I do not
Yeah.
have cold weather gear or a horse. Is there a place where I can buy both?
Yeah, there's a place in town that sells cold weather gear. It is 4 gold.
Now, out of curiosity, with a history check, can I attempt to recall any particular dangers, like traps or treacherous terrain, or wandering monster bands that might be in that area?
No.
Avalanche.
About as
Yeah,
far
as a player, I'm not familiar.
yeah, you're no. There's
Worth a shot.
there's not much you can recall about this area. You just know it's extremely cold. So you guys want to go through the ice spires?
I think so.
I'm
That's
thinking
fine.
so. Anyone? Yeah, everyone cool with that?
Yep.
Sounds like we're all going to be cool very
Works for
soon.
me. And I-
yeah, exactly.
And Kevin, I'm able to buy a horse
Literally.
as well.
No horses.
Okay, I got my
I
cold
don't-
weather gear
I don't
for
have no
4
horses.
gold.
Yep.
Okay.
Can we not bring horses, or there's just none in town? Or...
There's none in town unless you already own a horse.
Well, if everyone else is walking, then I'll just walk.
Iago
All
owns a
right,
horse.
I'll ride your horse.
Oh, sure. I'm 10th level. I can spring for a horse by now.
So, Iago is obviously, if he's riding his horse, he would be going at a fast pace. You guys have two options at your rate of travel. You can travel at a normal pace or a fast pace.
I vote fast.
And I'll leave my horse in the stable and walk with my comrades.
So
What's any idea of what the risk is of going fast versus slow?
there really is no risk for a fast pace. You're a fast pace just means you're going to be traveling faster. If I were to say a forced march, then you'd worry because that's when
That means exhaustion, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. I'm cool
We
with
just
fast.
may miss any signs of attacks.
Well, traveling at a fast pace, you'll be a little hindered in your perception. But
But I'm okay with that.
I doubt you'll really have anything to worry about as you've got a giant with you.
Also thinking I've got an owl familiar. I could have him just fly above us as we move along, just in case he can spot something from the air.
You could do that.
Couldn't
I just-
hurt.
Now, if only I could find a cute shop where I could buy him a little jacket, like a little vest.
So is everybody good with a fast pace?
Sure.
I am.
Shade is.
All right.
Works for me.
So let's continue. You guys head out with Scovia leading the way towards this camp. It doesn't take you long to realize that this journey is very hard and an artist as you are. Word's bad. As you walk through the ice spires, it's really hard. The wind is biting at your faces. It's pretty hard for you guys to keep covered up. But it takes you quite a while to get there. It takes you about 6 hours to get there at a fast pace. Actually, no, it takes you about a day to get there. I'm sorry, it's 100 miles. It takes you about a day to get there at a fast pace. As you guys reach the camp, you notice that the cold is extremely intolerable, and with the wind biting at your faces, it's caused the cold to be even that more intolerable. I need everyone to give me a Constitution saving throw against exhaustion with advantage as you've had a ranger with you.
Doesn't the cold weather gear help?
At a fast pace, you would still be rolling normal, but since there was a ranger, you guys roll with advantage.
Constitution saving.
Yes.
Okay.
Whoops, I rolled the wrong thing, re-rolling.
Why did the rangers fail that?
Because this.
You have cursed my die.
It's Fantasy Grounds dice.
Lantern.
Because I need new dice. That's right.
Lantern and Father Ignatius. You both suffer 1 level of exhaustion. Now, the only way to get rid of this 1 level of exhaustion would be to take a long rest in a warm, dry environment.
Hopefully someone has a tiny hut spell.
Yeah.
Where do we mark our exhaustion on our character sheets? I don't see it.
Just keep note of it
Okay.
on the side somewhere.
Gotcha.
Yeah, unfortunately, Fantasy Grounds doesn't have really anywhere to mark it. Actually, you could just mark.
Combat tracker. In effect.
Oh, is it?
Exhaustion :1.
Yeah, that works. All caps on the exhaustion.
Yeah.
I have the effect already set up if you wanted me to drop it on him.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Landarin and Father Ignatius.
If you want to, you can hide my 2 permanent effects, so it clears up the combat tracker a little bit.
How do you do that?
Go to it. One of the buttons at the very front. It's like all in DM or something like that. I forget what it's listed. It's the top button over there.
No.
Yeah, that button. That button.
Yep, got it.
That
Well, you
is
turned
good
off
to
the
know.
exhaust. You
Wait,
turned off
yeah,
the
turn-
exhaustion. You might want to leave that one visible.
That's good to know. I never even knew that.
Yeah, anytime you have permanent effects like I put on,
Right.
the
Yeah,
best
I
thing to do
understand.
is hide them so they worry about them.
Alright.
Yep.
Walking into as you guys got closer to the camp, you noticed that Scovia turns around and she says, "I cannot go any further. The pain is still too great for me." And she just points you guys in the way as the camp is basically within sight. Walking into the wrecked giant camp makes you suddenly understand how mice must feel. Charred tree trunks covered in snow sit at the center of the camp. The remains of Scovia and Burleigh's campfire. Next to an enormous snowdrift, a single tent pole the size of an old oak holds up half of a torn tent canvas. Despite the enormity of the camp, the bodies are easily found. 2 corpses in ringmail, each cleaved in half by some enormous blade, lie next to the fire pit. A decapitated horse lies on the other side of the pit, its rump covered in snow. The corpses are frosted with ice and snow, and frozen solid. Leading west out of the camp, you can see the tree line of the cold woods and an easily followed swath of destruction. Even with the fresh coat of snow, you can tell a large group of people dragged something enormous out of the camp and into the forest.
I'd like to take a closer look around the area and investigate.
Yeah, I'd like to participate in the investigation also, please.
Okay, what are you investigating?
Searching for any clues or anything like that as to what might
So,
have happened here. Obviously, there was a battle, but I want to see if there's anything, more apparent.
DM, I'd like to ask for a rules adjudication on your part.
Go ahead.
I've heard people rule this both ways. I know which one I prefer, but when I use Twin Spell on an ability such as Enhance Ability or Polymorph where there are options, do I have to choose the same option for both spells, or can I go ahead and have 2 different options?
I'm gonna say since basically you're casting the same spell twice, you're gonna have to use the same option for both spells. It's basically you're casting it as fast as you can 2 times. So,
Well, and it's called twinning.
yeah. Alright. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Whoever wanted to look around the camp.
Okay. Would an investigation check work as well?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, cool.
I rolled it in the tower.
Oh,
Shade,
Yeah.
looking around the town, you're the first to notice around the wrecked tent. You find an enormous axe buried in the snow.
Looks like a giant's axe.
Upon closely inspecting the axe, you notice a severed index finger with a signet ring frozen to the blade. The ring bears the Ligia family name and crest.
As I say, is it like a child-sized version of a giant axe?
It's just a giant axe. That's all you could see. You don't even know if it belongs to a child or not.
Right, it doesn't have like Fisher Price on the side of it or anything.
Yeah, just in case you guys wanted to read that, I'm just gonna click through these really quick.
A ring with what? What did you say was on the ring?
There's an insignia of the
Insignia.
Ligia family, Lygia.
Family. Thanks.
Grab the ring, leave the axe.
Yeah, you guys couldn't pick up that axe anyways. It's freaking heavy as all bloody hell. Anybody else want to try looking around for something?
Well, Kevin, I take it we have 10 minutes here.
You guys have some time.
I'm gonna ritual cast a detect magic and scan the area to see if there's any kind of residual magic.
Nice.
It takes you a while to cast to detect magic, and you detect absolutely nothing.
That was worth a shot.
How about you give me, as you're casting, you notice something kind of odd on the corpses. How about you give me a How about you give me a investigation check on the corpses?
Today is not my day.
I'd be looking at any corpses just because of my necromancy stuff. Can I make a roll on that too?
Sure, give me an investigation check. Iago, you search the bodies, and as you're looking through all the bodies, you notice that each corpse has a brand on their right arm. The brand is the giant rune for death. Let me see if I actually have that image here.
I think it's a recent one. Like it hasn't started healing over yet.
No, it's an old brand. It looks like it's been there for a while. You also...
The only two people at this camp were... There were only two people at this camp, right? So everybody else is dead or the attackers.
Yeah. The dead corpses are human-sized corpses. They're not giant corpses. One of the corpses is... You also notice that one of the corpses is that of a tanned-skinned human woman with raven-colored hair. As you search through her corpse, you see that she is wearing a wood-carved insignia around her neck. Anybody of the soldier background? Take that as an...
I did not.
Sorry, what was that again?
Anybody of the soldier background?
Negative for me.
Okay. So, Iago, go ahead and roll me a history check, and I'll get back to you on that one. Shade, as you're investigating,
Mm-hmm.
you're investigating the corpses around. You notice on that same corpse that was wearing that insignia around her neck, you find a hidden pocket inside of her shirt.
Oh.
As you reach in there, you pull out a crudely drawn map of the surrounding area, which is that. You also in there find a potion of healing.
Ooh, cool. You can put it in party sheet. Hidden pocket.
Iago, with that history check, you know that insignia indicates that she is of some indicates a sort of military rank. So she was an officer of sorts within this Blood Riders.
Cool. Got it.
I will alert my comrade.
If you could tell that the big X is actually, as you're looking at this map, you guys can see that that big X where it says meet here
Mm-hmm.
is the exact location you guys are at now.
Oh, okay.
And you see that the that where it says meet here is actually in a different handwriting than the other two paths. You're able to easily discern that this is some kind of map to show these guys where they patrol to.
Okay.
What would you guys like to do now?
So these guys were relatively friendly to us, or at least to our employers, correct?
Who, the giants?
No, the human-sized corpses.
You didn't ask your employer, you don't know.
I was just wondering if we needed to do anything with the bodies, or if we just leave them out here for the wolves.
That's up to you guys.
I think we should, if we have time, we should probably bury him.
I mean, they are half buried in the snow at this point.
Are there any more than just the cut one, like the halved ones? Are there any whole ones?
No, they all seem to be halved at some point, one point or another.
Got it.
Do they all look like, say, giant axe wounds?
Yes, they do. You can obviously tell that at this point these corpses were killed by by Scovia's son trying to defend himself.
Is there an off chance, I assume there's a lot of tracks hanging around, that we can tell what made the tracks and how many?
Roll me a survival check. Anybody that wants to do that can also do that, or they could choose to aid you on this survival check.
I only have a +1 from wisdom, so I should probably help someone else. I'm not even proficient.
You guidance?
Nope,
Give you
I'm
guidance?
an arcane caster. Well, I'm sure one of our rangers has survival, correct?
They both have exhaustion.
Oh,
Yeah, we have disadvantage.
Yikes.
I'll roll. What are we doing, survival?
Yep.
Well, I can give you advantage with
Yes,
enhance
see?
ability.
Father Ignatius doesn't see anything. You can give Landoran an advantage with enhanced ability if you want, which would just make him roll normally, or you can give advantage to somebody else.
And I'll give
I'll
somebody
leave it up to the
guidance.
party. So I'll cast enhance ability, and somebody go ahead and use it.
Well, and take guidance.
Alright, so Landoran, go ahead and hit the advantage button and roll me survival, and then add a d4 to it. It seems as though most of the tracks have been freshly covered with snow, and thus is hard for even the rangers to discern what made these tracks or in which direction they go.
Well, shoot, I might as well roll then. Oh,
You have the same problem as the freshly covered snow as the freshly fallen snow seems to cover most of the tracks. You don't know where
Guidance.
they are.
Oh, yeah,
Guidance.
can I roll for guidance?
Sure.
How about an 18?
Same thing.
Ah. Give it a shot.
Would you guys like to continue?
Oh yeah, let us keep rolling. No, it's good.
Well, no, I mean continue along the ways. You can obviously follow the path that is made
I
by
don't
them
know if
dragging the
that's true,
giant.
Kevin. I'm not real sure we can obviously follow this path.
I mean that you could follow the broken trees from these people dragging this poor giant. Okay.
The way we're rolling, we may not be able to follow that.
Alright, to continue on, you guys all decide that you've learned everything you can from this camp, and you begin to make your
Did we grab the ring?
yes, somebody has the ring. There's no parcel for it.
Okay.
You guys make your begin to follow the path that was led by these guys dragging the giant. It seems to lead you through the mountains and into the woods, and as you come out of this path, lighter snowfall and calmer winds ease your mind as you follow the Blood Raiders trail through the cold woods. Trampled grass, broken trees, and flattened ground indicate Burleigh was not treated well after the battle, likely dragged for miles through the forest. After a few hours of following this destruction, you can hear a pleasant bubbling ahead. A river of dark, glittering water, 10 feet across, lies directly in your path. And that's probably going to take a few minutes to share.
Glittering river.
Everybody go ahead and give me, actually, what's everybody's passive perception?
My passive perception is an N followed by an O.
Yago, you quickly notice there seems to be in the dark waters straight ahead of you. Actually, Landrin and Father Ignatius are kind of exhausted, so they don't notice. You're the one that quickly notices that there seems to be right in front of you within the water. There seems to be a what looks like a corpse, a human-sized corpse.
Is it like floating in the water, or?
No, it seems to be sunk down and like waterlogged. It seems to be wearing heavy armor.
On the off chance it's fairly buoyant, I'll cast a mage hand after it and see if the mage hand can drag it towards us.
Heavy armor? No.
No, mage hand
Well,
cannot.
it might be a little buoyant from the water. All right, I'm reaching.
You're reaching in.
No, I'm reaching with trying to use mage hand.
Okay. Would anybody like to attempt to pull this corpse out as Iago is pointing it out to the entire group?
I think we should.
Who's gonna pull it out, though?
Do we see any other dangers in the water, or?
You don't see any other dangers in the water. It's just the water is dark and glittering. It's almost a miracle that you've even seen the corpse, as the water is semi-opaque.
I don't know about you guys, but dark water is meh, but glittery water?
I'd say maybe take a drink and see what happens.
What? How about not?
So you're reaching in to try and take a drink.
Who is?
It sounded like
No,
Ernesto.
no, I was suggesting for someone else to do that.
Do we have a grappling hook?
Yeah, let's just get the guy out.
What's the worst that can happen?
Do you
I
want
say-
a list?
Oh wait,
Actually,
I
a
got a grappling hook.
grappling hook sounds like a great idea.
Oh yeah, I got a grappling hook. How about just using a mage hand to carry a grappling hook over there, hook it on his belt or something, and then we drag him out.
Okay. As your mage hand goes to try and hook the guy's belt, you first notice that the mage hand, as soon as it goes into the water, disappears from sight, and then the grappling hook shoots 30 feet up into the air and falls back on the shore of the river.
Like it hit a magic wall or something, or
No, it just
Like
shot.
those
Monster,
It
probably.
just shot straight up into the air, 30 feet.
Okay, so just throw the hook.
You throw the hook, and as you throw the hook, you can no longer see it as it splashes into the water. When you pull the rope, you see nothing at the end of your rope. It seems as though parts of the rope have gone. As you feel around, you can tell that it is invisible.
I'm gonna empty out my water skin and put some of this water into it.
Your water skin turns invisible and shoots up 30 feet into the air.
Okay. Does it fall near me?
No, actually it falls back in the river and is carried away.
is there anything like straight up in the air that, like hypothetically, stepped in the water, it would be shooting us towards?
You don't see anything straight up in the air. The air is as clear as can be.
Just wondering if this is like a weird elevator system to push us somewhere else.
Oh, actually, since Ernesto put his hands in the water to fill the water skin. Ernesto, you feel yourself begin to levitate slightly as you gain
So-
30 feet of fly speed until the end of your next turn.
All right. So one thing here. Can I attempt some sort of maybe a check to keep the skin from actually leaving my hand since I am grabbing it?
Sure, go ahead and roll me an athletics check. You're good. It's still in your hands.
All right. So then I will fly back to the ground immediately.
Yep. You, however, notice that the skin is empty, as this water is not a reward that is AL legal and therefore cannot be given to you.
That
So are you guys going to leave the corpse?
How else can we get it, guys? Any other way? Let me check my
well,
spells.
an invisible grappling hook will still grab a body.
So I'd just like to point out player handout 2 to you real quick, Kevin, if you don't mind.
I didn't
Yeah,
prepare control water.
Actually, yeah, I forgot about that. Nope. Yeah, go ahead.
That was my intentions.
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, unfortunately, the water threw the grappling hook back out of it, though, and just turned everything invisible.
Honestly, that's the only way I can describe that the grappling hook has a fly speed of 30 feet. By the way, as you guys are sitting there still contemplating what to do with this body, amid the swash of destruction, two ancient pine trees remain untouched on the opposite bank of the river.
So how wide's the river? 20, 30 feet?
10 feet.
10 feet. Throw the grappling hook on the other side and drag it across the body.
Can I throw the grappling hook, or is it still like floating around?
It flew up 30 feet and then crashed. So you can throw it. It's just invisible right now.
Or just out of curiosity, if I just sit here for like 10 minutes, can I just summon an unseen servant into the water and just have it bring us the body?
Good
It's just
plan.
an invisible force effect.
How
You
much?
might fly, but
How much can the unseen servant carry?
It's got a strength of 2, so its normal carrying is 30 pounds, but it can drag 60 pounds.
No, it's not going to be able to carry that body.
I was hoping it'd be a little more buoyant in the water.
I mean,
We're not after the body. You can just take the hook down.
Yeah, maybe just hand them the hook. That sounds like a good plan.
all right, go ahead. He hooks the body.
We'll try and bring it back to shore.
Is anybody helping you with this?
Well, I'm gonna tell the servant to help me, of course, and anybody else who wants to grab the rope.
I can assist.
The servant does not have enough strength to pull this body.
I just want him to
I'll-
help
I'll
because he's a
throw-
slacker.
I'll throw guidance on whoever needs it. Or
All right, so you
whatever
have
we need.
you have advantage as Landrin is assisting you, and guidance from Father Ignatius. Roll me an athletics check as you're trying to pull this body out. And if anybody else wants to grab the rope, they can also roll.
And say I have a 12 strength, and I'm not actually trained in athletics, so someone else might want to.
Does it
Actually
matter
pull
though?
that
Can we
because-
just help it? I think that when you do things like this, what it does, the more people that do it, it lowers the DC.
That is why I said that anybody who wants to help pull the rope can actually help to pull the rope.
So I'll help.
I'll help. What the heck?
So then I need someone to roll a athletics check.
Should be the strongest one of us.
And they will have advantage and guidance.
Huh? Our highest strength is a 12, isn't it?
There you go.
All right, dragon it is. Wow. Well, at least I'm getting these bad rolls out early.
Are you gonna make me burn a spell slot?
One of you other guys roll another athletics check as well.
I'll do it. What the hell?
My athletics sucks. I only got a strength of 10.
Is anybody actually trained in athletics?
There you
Oh,
go.
nice.
With Waylander's help, you are actually with Waylander's help, you are actually able to pull this corpse out.
Well, good, because I didn't want to waste a spell slot on invincibility.
You notice around the body's neck is an amulet encrusted with small moonstones and emblazoned with the initials ET on it. The Centaurum guys figure they could probably sell that for 200 gold.
Sounds good.
All right.
With the other Centaurum guy like to fill his water skin.
Yeah, I was gonna do that on the way out. Nondescript.
Alright. So,
I'm gonna check to see why this guy died.
as you check over his body, you notice that let me see. Where did you notice that there is a precise stab wound through the heart. It's not made by any kind of giant weapon. It looks as though it might have been made by a dagger.
So obviously he stumbled and fell into the river.
Yep. And actually, as
Alright.
you go ahead and give me a perception check as you're looking over this guy's body. And somebody can help you with that if they'd like. Yep. Iago Iago, you're actually able to notice that it seems as though he's clutching something in one of his hands. And as you go into his hands and open it, you find an invisible dagger, and as you grasp it in your own hands, the dagger itself becomes visible once again.
Nice.
Does anyone need a dagger?
I think my thief needs an invisible dagger.
That dagger is the murder weapon.
Hey guys, that dagger is the murder weapon.
Oh, cool.
You still see some blood stains on it. So, you guys know.
So he pulled it out of his hand? No, it was the dagger in his hands?
Yeah, it was clutched in his hands. It looks like with his dying breath, he was able to pull the dagger from his chest.
Is it visible right now or invisible?
It's visible right now. You can see it. You guys do notice, however, that the path continues on the other side of this river.
So they went through the river.
Yep.
I'm going to ask Odin to actually go and investigate those two pine trees you were mentioning on the other side of the river.
To
See if
Odin,
there's anything.
to Odin, they just look like pine trees.
Is he still within 100 feet of me?
Yep. To you, they just look like pine trees.
Okay.
Alright, so kick over some snow on this guy.
Man, I am not keen to raid through a river in sub-zero temperatures.
Yeah, this Zentarum guy noticed it wasn't so cold when he dug his hands into the river. It actually
It was
seemed kind of
fine.
warm.
It was fine. Take a swig. Are you thirsty?
Well, I'm okay to try to jump this thing. It's 10 feet, right?
Yep. What's your strength score? You'll easily make it at a running start.
Alright, I'm gonna jump, and if I miss, then I hit the river, but I'm not gonna make myself hit the river just for fun.
Is anybody missing in the combat tracker?
I don't think so. Oh, something happened.
I had an extra token. There was an extra dwarf here. I'll make sure he's not in the party sheet. Okay. So go ahead. You make a running start from 15 feet and you're able to get across. Anybody else would like to try and jump the river?
What are our alternatives? Nothing, right?
You could just walk
Shoot
through
up
it.
30 feet.
You've only known.
There are trees on both sides of the river, right?
Yes.
Tightrope.
Build a rope bridge.
It's 10 feet. Jump it.
I'll touch the water again.
Yeah, I think I could jump that, probably. 10 feet.
Who said they'll touch the water again?
Waylander.
Waylander, as you touch the water, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oops.
You're fine.
I'll touch it again.
Some of us actually can't jump the river, by the way. Strength of 8.
As you touch it this time, you become invisible. You can if you succeed in an athletics check. I'm telling you, 10 feet is not a hard DC.
So we're doomed, right?
You already made it across, jumping over.
I know.
It's just...
I'll jump it.
I'm jumping it.
The cleric in armor was able to jump it.
Who's I?
Waylander. I
Shade.
just rolled a 19.
Yeah, Waylander makes it across easily.
Did 14 make it for me, or did I fall in the water?
14 made it. You made it across easily. Randall fucking does some Swan Lake shit and flies across the river like Legolas.
Iago will try a running long jump.
Shade is able to. Iago with a 12 strength, you were able to make it. You all make it across, and as you guys all make it across the river, you notice that those 2 pine trees that I had mentioned earlier begin to move and come alive, and they look angry.
Shade, do you have blight?
And yeah, everybody go ahead and roll me initiative.
I accidentally rolled it twice.
Yeah, I'll give you the 15.
Kevin, did you want me to roll separate initiative for Odin, or just have him go on my turn?
Just have them go on your turn. I need everybody else to roll initiative, though. By the way, I'm gonna do something new that I've seen a lot of other DMs that I've played with you. They basically at the top of the order they re-roll initiative after every round. And the trees actually get a surprise round on you guys, as you didn't know they were there. And first tree will launch a boulder at...
Well, let me roll.
Yep. First tree will launch a boulder at Father Ignatius.
I saw that coming.
And will miss. You were the first one across. Second one will launch a boulder at... Actually, Waylander is invisible.
Why is that an automatic miss? Oh,
He rolled a 1.
okay. It says attack 11, so I didn't know what that...
He will throw one at Shade. And
How dare
that
you.
will miss. So now we are at the top of the order. Iago, you are first. Now these, as they were throwing the rocks, you hear them. You hear the treants say, "How dare you destroy our forest!"
Whoa, we didn't destroy anything.
You gotta wait till your turn.
Well, I'm gonna go to grab my sword. But instead, I'm gonna stop and hold my hand up and say, "Whoa! We did not destroy your forest. We're simply passing through here looking for a kidnapped child."
Do
I
not
can roll a perception, or I'm sorry, persuasion, but
go ahead.
I don't have high hopes.
Roll a persuasion check. Oof.
Better than nothing.
Guidance.
Guidance.
I'm gonna give it to you. They seem a little taken aback. And, which one is it? Oakhart. Actually, Bramblebush says, "If you were not the ones that destroyed our forest, then who was?"
Certainly something bigger than us to do all this damage.
They apologize
Raylo's
for
quickly going
attempting.
to snuff out the fire magic he was preparing to throw.
They apologize to you for throwing the boulders. We are sorry we mistook you for someone else.
I would say my brother in the forest. Who have you seen do anything like this?
We saw a group of riders come through here. They must have been the ones that did this. By the way, as you I'm sorry. By the way, as you guys look at the dagger, you also notice the dagger holds the hilt of the dagger also bears the same family crest as the signet ring that you found.
Oh, Lygia?
Yep.
I wish I had a DNA kit.
These riders, were they wearing any particular uniform, or they just had those insignias on them?
He says all humans look the same to him.
Yeah,
No, I'm asking you if the ones we found earlier.
They didn't have. There was only one that had an insignia. You did notice that all the corpses you found earlier had the brand of the giant death rune on their arm. As does this guy that you found a few minutes ago. He too had a brand on his arm of the giant death rune.
In the one from the river?
Yes.
But chances are they probably wouldn't have seen that because we probably have to like roll their sleeves up or something.
Nah, he wasn't really wearing sleeves. You could tell it was like they did it so it's visible.
Iago, tell them we're going to track these guys and see if they want to come with us. Take out their vengeance.
I will pass on that message.
They
Mind you, I have no social skills whatsoever, but
You're the one talking to them.
They wish you luck and tell you we must stay and protect what is left of our forest. And then they begin to look like trees again as they stand absolutely still.
Wait, do you know who killed that one in the river? No.
Actually, before he goes, he tells you, yes, we saw two of them arguing with each other, and then one murdered the other. Actually, but what they say is a nearby tree saw the argument between the male you see dead over there, and a female. The subsequent murder, and the woman leaving her dagger buried in the corpse as she left.
Alright, I'm going to bless them in the name of Lathander of the Dawn. And let's go.
You guys continue on your way toward, you continue on your way, following the trail. The Blood Raider path of destruction opens into a huge clearing. An odd mixture of manure and meat creeps into the back of your nose. A dozen men and women armed to the teeth will walk about the camp, sparring, sharpening, cooking, and caring for their many horses. 8 open-air tents sit in a circle at the center of the clearing. Behind the tents is a 20-foot-high cage of thick logs. Inside sits a bruised and gagged frost giant. You can feel his trembling rage across the clearing, as if it were a small earthquake. Are you guys going to enter the camp at this point?
I'd say we.
Guys, at this point, I have 2 contradictory impulses. One, I have DM'd and played this before, so to a certain degree, I have to take my hands off the wheel. But I'm a face character. I've got a 20 charisma. I've got persuasion, deception.
Well, it did say that. Hang on here. It says here, convince them to free Burleigh. If not, free him. However, if you can't convince them, free him. If he's dead, kill Scran and bring head to Earl of Watchers. So we should try to convince them first. If not, we should try to free him. But if he's dead, we should kill Scran and get his head.
He's obviously alive.
How
Yeah.
many of his captors are still there? Do we see any?
You see them all. There's lots.
So I'm thinking this is a great time for enhanceability charisma on the face.
All right.
Who do we convince?
Scran Mikhail, the leader.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the guy that hates giants. It says here he has one arm and one eye and hates giants. His family was killed by goblins of giants.
On the upside, he should be easy to spot.
Are you guys walking in?
Is the face going to talk to him?
Do we want to have a contingency plan?
I think the contingency plan is I polymorph 2 of you guys into a T-Rex and then I skedaddle.
Well, yes, certainly a reasonable contingency plan.
For the record, a giant ape is better than the T-Rex.
But a T-Rex is hilarious.
As you guys make your way into the camp, just to speed things up, who enters this camp?
So before we enter, I'm going to go ahead and enhance ability charisma.
Yep.
No one enters the camp.
All right, so you're casting that?
Yeah. What was the guy's name again?
Scran, S-C-A-R-N, Mikhail.
Scran Michael.
Mikhail, M-I-K-E-L.
So my character will bellow at the top of his lungs, Scran Mikhail!
So as you guys begin walking in, who enters this camp? A one-eyed, one-armed human approaches you, his long sword drawn but not raised. Beside him is a strikingly beautiful woman, despite the fact that the right side of her face appears to have been badly burned long ago. Her left hand is bandaged. The other members of the camp take note, grab weapons, and walk up behind their leaders to greet you.
We are a party of adventurers here to rescue a child.
I think everybody here would use it for trade. So,
He looks at you and says, "There is no child here that needs rescuing."
Really? Your riders didn't run into a giant camp and attack a giant child while its mother was away hunting? And I pull out the ring and throw it at his feet.
You hear the lady next to him say, she basically says, actually, one second. I apologize, one second.
You know, if we had a warlock right about now, it would be an awesome time for a subtle spell Hex Charisma.
She basically says, what do you mean? We never attacked that giant camp. We only defended ourselves from this giant that attacked us. Go ahead and roll me persuasion as she's rolling something else.
Guidance.
Gee, if I'm rolling persuasion, I wonder what she might be rolling.
Do these people have this tattoo on their arm?
I don't think I even need guidance there. But how does a 29 sound?
You notice who the person you can obviously tell as Scar and Mikhail. He looks at you and he says, "You make an interesting point. I've heard others in this camp say that you attack this giant without motive. So why are you here to rescue him? What is the point of all of this?"
Before you go on about not having motive, who has the letter? Or can I just go ahead and hand it over to him?
You can go ahead and hand it over to him.
I don't know what the motive was, but clearly this was pre-planned. There is a motive. Because the X where they are supposed to meet was in fact the Giants' camp.
As you're saying that the female who has introduced herself as Kathika, she says, "But sir, that giant has been attacking our patrols in that area for as long as I can recall. We only attacked him in defense of ourselves." Go ahead and roll persuasion.
I'm just going to add, as long as you can recall, huh? So you're saying that you're only a couple of years old yourself?
She doesn't really pay attention to what you're saying and continues to plead with Scrawn. And he looks at her and he says, "But that was not your area to patrol. Why have you gone out of your way to hunt this giant if he did not even attack you?" But again,
while you're asking her questions, I think there's another one that you might want to be aware of. And I pull out the murder weapon from the body. Did one of your men go missing in a nearby river?
He says, "Yes."
With it in his heart? Chunk.
He says, "Yes. Eli Goss has gone missing. He is not reported in." He looks toward Kathika and says, "You said he was killed by the giant." And she replies, "Yes. The giant broke free for a while and killed him."
And
Go ahead,
I assume I already pre-rolled, assuming in advance. Do I get guidance on that one?
If you need guidance, I'll give you guidance.
And actually, before you cast guidance, he looks toward her and he says, "I've had enough of your lies. I know that you've hated giants more than I have." And then he looks to you and he says, "Take this giant, but never tell him to never interfere with any of our patrols. As for you, Kathika, you and your cohorts must leave. You are no longer part of the Blood Riders. Be gone from my sight." She lowers her head, seems a little dejected, and walks away, gathering her belongings as the group that aided her also begin to gather their belongings.
I might suggest we leave before then.
He as well suggests that you leave, go quickly, and take this giant with you.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
All right, we can go unlock him. I'll heal him if he needs any.
Yeah, he needs a little bit of healing.
Like a great big band-aid.
As you unlock the cage, he goes running off into the woods on his own, leaving you guys behind.
He wasn't missing a finger, was he?
Thanks, guy.
The woman was missing a finger. Kathika.
Ah.
Okay.
And you guys are a very strong party.
Why do you ask?
That's not a loaded question or anything.
Because
Yeah, just checking. What is your AC and hit points?
Can I put my mage armor on?
sure, maybe. So are you guys leaving the town, the camp?
Well, we kind of
Yeah,
need
if
that
we're
giant,
done, yeah.
don't we?
He ran off in the same direction that you guys came from, going back towards the Icefire Mountains.
So I get the feeling we definitely need to hurry. I want to be mean, but never mind. I'm not going to do it to the DM.
Fast pace.
No, I was going to think about polymorphing two of us into giant eagles, so the rest of us can ride.
Yeah, but then we don't have to watch the rest of the movie.
As I said, I'm not going to be mean.
Yeah, just drop the ring in the volcano and go home.
Jesus. 1 second.
I have to admit, I love how one level 2 spell can completely transform this mission.
There we go. Alright, so you guys start making your way back through the trail. And as you're making your way back, you actually find yourselves. You're making your way back as you come back in through the forest and through Darkwater Run. You are encountered by this as all the Blood Riders that you remember being exiled come riding in on their horses.
Whoa.
And I will actually give you guys a chance to react to that.
Oh, you're too kind, DM. You are just too kind.
Oh, let me check.
Well, since you say I'm kind, I'm gonna have to take that back. No reaction for you. Go ahead and roll initiative. And yeah, you'll get a chance to react.
Oh, crap.
They really didn't make it kind of stealthy, and you guys weren't in a rush, so you were looking out for them.
Well, and we.
Ignatius, don't
I
forget
already
you're at
thought we were gonna be,
disadvantage.
No, I don't think first level of exhaustion is disadvantage on initiative.
It's disadvantage on all ability checks. Initiative is an ability check.
Oh, yeah. Roll that again, Father Ignatius.
Should have done it automatically.
Nah, it didn't. Yeah, if it's not doing it automatically, then you shouldn't be at exhaustion. Then it shouldn't be initiative. Alright, so all of you guys, what do you want to do? You have one action. We're going to start with
You seriously have to ask a sorcerer with Fireball what his action is going to be?
Iago, what is your action?
I say, I take it they're not friendly, huh?
Oh no, they have weapons drawn, and you could see Kathica as they come riding in. She says, "This is all your fault. You will not make it back alive."
Well, first I'll move out ahead of my friends, because it looked like I was hiding. I'll use a bonus action to draw Dawnbringer and ready it. And where's our friend Kathica?
Way in the back.
Hey.
I don't see the map. Do we have a map?
Yep.
She's in with the main body down at the very bottom.
Actually, I can just move right up to one. Yeah, I'll just attack number 9. And I'm not going to be mean and kill his horse out from under him. Yeah, and I think I passed it.
Yep. No,
I'm done.
After I haven't started the round yet.
Okay.
After you is Randall.
So I'm assuming I can catch all of them in my area of effect, but I can't seem to get Blood. Oh wait, Blood Red 36. There he is.
Yeah, you'll get all of them as they are mounted.
That's just horrible. Really?
Look at all those ones.
Yeah, you got robbed, man.
Father Ignatius, it is your turn.
Wow.
What did you do to piss off RNGesus?
And I'm casting spiritual weapon.
Alright.
I mean, that's still a lot of damage just because of how many of them there are, but now I wish I'd upcast that to level 5.
And rolled more ones. Yay. Alright, so he's going to go up and attack Blood Rider 9.
Draw a little circle where you want it.
Actually, if I upcast it, I would have almost doubled my damage.
That's where you want your spiritual weapon?
Yeah. And he missed.
Shade, please tell me you have a fireball prepped.
I do, but I wasn't going to cast it.
Waylander. Unless Ignatius has something else to do.
Okay.
Alright, Waylander.
Let's see here. I'm gonna move in between some trees back here.
Okay.
Actually, no. First, I'm going to move forward a bit
Okay.
and target number 4 there. Is he actually 45 feet away, or is it because he's on top of his horse and you don't want to overlap him?
Target the horse. He would be 35 feet away.
So I'll move one more up.
Yep.
And then I'll target him with my hand crossbow.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I targeted the horse by mistake. My bad. I'll heal him.
I got it.
Another hit for him. Bonus action. I'll action surge.
Can't action surge, man. I'm only giving you one action. Gotta wait for your actual turn for action surge.
Oh, okay. I thought it was my turn. My bad.
No. A Landoran.
And then I'll move back.
Yep.
Okay, I'll be able to move and do my attack, right? It's not just doing it a full action, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna move Lander in there, and he's gonna target Blood Rider number 4, and pop pop an arrow at him.
Okay.
And that ends my turn.
Okay. And it would be Shade's turn.
Alrighty. Shade follows Landerin. Kind of that direction. And takes a good look at Kathika. And begins to cast. She casts a hypnotic pattern. Right there to try to hypnotize those people into staring at the pattern.
Okay. A hypnotic pattern is how big?
30-foot cube. Let me double check. Level 3, 30-foot cube.
Yep.
120-foot range. And then let me just get the roll.
Actually, you would not be hitting 4 as 4 is actually on top of his horse. And not in the square he's in.
Got it.
Can you bump the cube up a square north then? Because Kathika would be on top of her horse?
I'll just do this. I didn't see the roll.
You don't get to. He's got it set up to hide. Just go ahead and hit the effect, and it should automatically apply.
If you actually put the square there, you'd hit all of those. Except you'd hit everybody there except for Blood Raider 9.
Okay. Let me just press the button here just so I complete this transaction.
Yep.
And then Let me untarget everybody. And then just these northern people. 1, 3. I guess it's just those 2 guys because the other guy's on his front horse. So let me get a roll on these people. And then press the button. And then that should do it for my stuff. Passing to next.
Alright, to start at the top of the order is Blood Raider 4, who is incapacitated and does absolutely nothing. Yago.
All right. Do we have like a full initiative now?
Yes.
Excellent.
By the way, I fixed it, so if you want to have it so it centers on your character on turn, you can do that. There won't be a little pop-up error. There's one of the extensions I had installed.
Blood Rider 17's incapacitated, isn't he?
You're standing right in front of 9.
No, I'm planning where to put a, if I hit one with a green flame blade, where to skip the damage to. Which, out of curiosity, if I hit number 9 with green flame blade, would I be able to hit number 4 with the splash damage, or would I have to hit the horse with the splash damage?
You'd have to hit the horse.
Alright, give it a shot. Now I'll start attacking number 9. Oh, that looks good. These guys are tougher than they look. And I might as well go on ahead and action surge and keep attacking.
Did you just take a second attack with Green Flame Blade?
No. I didn't skip the damage because I'm not worried about killing the horses. But no, I got, the first one was with Green Flame Blade. Yeah, that looks right. And the second one wasn't.
Yeah, you don't get extra attack with Green Flame Blade, is the point.
I'm an 8th level fighter.
Yeah, but it's a spell.
I'm an 8th level Eldritch Knight. I get to take one as a bonus action with War Magic.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Never mind, shutting up.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Keep me honest. I make mistakes. Anyway, for the third attack, I'm gonna ask Odin to assist me with it. Do the old flyby owl thing. And one more.
Nice.
Oh, that was good.
You know,
Nice. It's the front one there.
And I'll go on it over to the next one.
Where is it? Oh, he's in the back.
he can get up to there even moving through his allies and take an attack at you. He swings twice at you with his lance as he comes riding in. Really? 2 sevens.
Well, at least it's consistent.
17 is incapacitated, does nothing. Guy's still riding his horse. Randall.
The hypnotic pattern has really messed up my firing solutions.
Could still always just take the shot.
Yeah, you could, knock a couple of them alive if you think you want to damage a bunch of things.
You can't possibly roll as bad as you did last time.
Yeah, I'll leave Kathika out so she can stay hypnotized.
That's probably a good choice.
Honestly, you can move it over one more and get Blood Raider 9.
I don't see Blood Raider 9.
I'm sorry, not 9, 4.
If the DM will allow it, I'll take it. And this time, I'm upcasting to 5th. Also, I missed it last time. I actually add my charisma modifier to fire damage.
So then just when you roll the damage, hit the +5 button at the bottom.
I've already reconfigured the spell, just mentioning it before you see an odd. And that was not the spell I meant to hit.
Let's not make that difficult.
I think you had to retarget some people because it might have knocked some of those off.
You're right, it did. Dang it.
Now, if you could pull that spell off, that'd be pretty impressive.
Not as impressive as what I'm about to do.
It's a 20th level magic missile. It just hits everybody.
I'm just saying, if you can twin a spell, what, 6 times?
Ooh, nice.
Much better. That's what I was trying to do last time. So that was 3 points to quicken that.
So
4 horses.
And
Did that wake everybody up?
It woke everybody up except Kathika.
So the people who just fell off their horses, do they need to make dex saves or land prone?
Yep.
Let me know which ones don't fall prone.
Um, 18 falls prone. The rest do not.
So I use my bonus action to fireball. So I'm going to use my regular action to twin spell a firebolt.
We're not keeping score here.
Nice.
And since I think I just moved myself up on that priority list, I'm getting the heck out of Dodge.
She's incapacitated and can't do nothing.
And no,
Right,
we're not keeping score, but these guys annoyed me. And that woman lied to my face. Also, I think you guys forget, I'm my guild's roving troubleshooter. When trouble appears, and these guys are trouble, I shoot it.
All right, bonus action to move spiritual weapon to this guy to 18, who's prone. Spiritual weapon is going to attack him.
And it has advantage.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I'm stepping away real quick for a bio. I'll be right back before my turn.
All right. And I'm going to go after 17, who is not incapacitated, right?
Yep, 17
All
is
right.
not incapacitated.
So I'm going to shoot 17 with, where'd it go? Sacred Flame.
Okay. Fails. That's it?
That's it.
14 does nothing. 20. Ah, shit. 24 does nothing. 36, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 36 moves up to there, drawing a javelin and letting one fly at Yago. Missing.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
And he pulls out another javelin and lets it fly at Yago. Missing. .22 and his horse leap over the water and come to about there, making a couple of lance attacks at Yago. Damn, my rolls suck. Waylander. Oh, by the way, just so you guys know, the giant that you rescued handed you a blue tourmaline worth 200 gold.
Nice.
All right. I will step forward a little bit.
Yep.
Target number 20.
Yep.
Then I will target the other guy over here. Number 18.
Oh, I thought that was a crit.
Oh, why is it disadvantage?
He's prone.
He's prone.
Oh, okay. Then I probably wouldn't have shot at him, but whatever. I'll change my target now.
Yeah, you can't change your target now. You can't
No,
change.
for my bonus attack.
Okay.
Nice.
And then I'll action surge. For my last attack, it'll be 22.
Nice.
Wait.
There's that 20.
What?
You only get 3 attacks. Action surge does not give you back bonus action.
That's correct. I am a level 5 fighter.
Okay.
So 2 regular attacks, 1 bonus. Action surge gives me 2 more attacks after that.
Yeah, he took.
Okay. Yeah.
It's 5 total.
Yep.
And then I'll step back a little bit.
Landarin.
Alright, Lantern's going to target Blood Rider 22
Okay.
and do his attacks.
Yep.
He's going to attack with his longbow. First attack is a miss. Second attack is a hit. 4 points damage. He ends his turn.
Yeah, your arrow barely grazes him. Shade.
I forgot my glasses today.
Shade starts running towards the battle, gets to there with her movement, and as the bonus action, Misty steps towards Kathika. So 1, 2, 5. Right in front of Kathika. I guess she's on her horse, so I could. And as her action, she puts some bonds of fear, dimensional shackles on Kathika.
No way. That's awesome.
Let me get you the link.
So even if Kathika stops being incapacitated, she's still incapacitated.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody actually use those.
I have. They're awesome
Oh, yeah.
because you can do this with them.
Oh yeah, I totally believe it. It's just kind of cool seeing them getting used.
Was she still dazzled?
She'll
Like
make a
regular-
fine minion.
Regular dimensional shackles aren't that useful. The bonds of fear, because of their adventure-specific riders, are awesome.
Hang on, let me, I cannot shield that. Let me get your con save.
You're good. Yeah, go.
Okay. I will step towards my friend that keeps trying to poke me, thinking I'm like a barbecue skewer or something. I dare say shish kebab.
He just likes you. He just doesn't know how to express it yet.
Yeah, he's not really in touch with his feelings, is he?
No. He resorts to too much violence.
And just out of spite,
You return the favor?
no, I'll actually do the damage to the horse.
Don't hurt the horse.
I lost my head there for a minute.
Eighteen comes running up to you.
I assume he's going to stand up first.
Yes, he is gonna stand up first, and he's gonna draw his longsword and take 2 attacks against Shade.
I can't shield that one either.
You know, I hate that fantasy.
Oh,
ground.
hang on, I gotta get you the save.
I hate that fantasy grounds tells you
Ooh.
the damn number that rolled. Wish it wouldn't. You have no idea how many people at the table I've made burn a shield because I have a DM screen up.
Oh, yeah,
Randall.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
With the DMs I played with recently, what they have is requiring people to say if they will use their shield on a hit prior to the die even being rolled.
No, I make them say it's. I should do that with Fantasy Grounds. And what's funny is I haven't been re-rolling the fucking initiative like I said I would. But fuck it.
But and you can always
Glad to
drag your
remember.
hit to the tower. Oh, you don't have a tower.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
You have a
tower.
tower?
I don't.
Yeah, tower.
I don't have a tower because my rolls are already hidden. It automatically tells you the number that if it hits anyways.
Yeah, it's a weird thing because shield you can wait until you're actually hit, but you know if you don't know what the actual roll is, you don't know if you've been
Right.
hit by like 6 or more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you'd fix that though.
Or just have them declare, if I get hit, are you going to burn the shield or not?
It should do
Right.
that.
That's what most of the DMs do that I play with.
Yeah, next game I run, I am gonna start doing that.
Because
Yeah,
people
'cause, like-
do the quick math all the time.
That's usually what it's ended up with a lot of live tables I played as. After like 1 or 2 hits, you know what their plus is, and usually the DMs roll in the open.
Oh, I don't roll.
So,
Go ahead.
so I had to play a bit with ranges because the ranges weren't quite what I thought they were going to be. But I'm going to Twin Spell Haste Waylander and Landoran.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How many points does that cost? About 3 then?
Another 3. I've used 6. I have 3 left. Don't know what I'd use them on. This fight's almost over.
Yeah.
It's a double movement for that, right?
Father Ignatius.
All right, my spiritual weapon is going to move up here and attack
18.
18.
Nice.
Yes, it is double movement speed on haste.
And then I'm going to move forward. And I'm going to hit 18.
Why'd you roll a critical on that spiritual weapon?
Is shift key or push to talk key?
Oh, no, I put it on that hotkey, though. Yeah, take off the crit.
So give him back 6.
Sorry, I drug it down to the shift hotkey. I didn't think about it.
Okay. The horse does nothing. This horse does nothing. Actually, no, this horse didn't like that you made a fire lick out at it. It kicks at you, Yago,
That's fair.
and misses. This Blood Raider with his lance still drawn makes 2 attacks on you. Jesus Christ, I literally have to get a crit on you.
I'm armor class 23. 28 when I use my shield spell. And my Warcaster feat.
Waylander.
I'll move 20 feet up.
You can move more than... Well,
Yeah, I know. Actually, I'll move 5 more feet up. Target number 22. And then the haste attack. Bad round. I'll move away now. And my turn.
Alright, Landorian.
Okay, and with the, correct me if I'm wrong, if I make sure I understand this correctly, with the haste, that means I get to do another action?
You get a bonus action attack.
Okay.
You get
No.
1 extra action, but it's limited in what you can do with it. Dodge. Oh, let me pull up the spell. But there is an attack option, but you don't get the extra attack feature from it. 1 attack only.
Okay, I just wanted to see if I got if I could shoot 1 extra arrow, or do I get the 2? Thank you. All right, I'm going to continue my assault on the Blood Rider number 22.
Okay.
The first arrow hits, finishes him off. I'm not going to kill his horse Just to make sure, the was it the Kathika or
Gathica?
Kathica? Um, we're not attacking that now because of its being incapacitated, correct?
Uh, you can, yeah. I mean, my goal is to kill her so that I can animate her dead body and make her a minion of mine.
Wow. Okay.
So if you want to kill her, I'm fine with that.
I thought we were arresting her, but okay.
I'm gonna clear out the other blood
Oh,
riders.
we're arresting her? Okay.
Well, I don't know. We put shackles on him. I just assumed.
I don't think a priest of Lathander would agree with you raising a dead in front of him.
Well, we could do it in the bushes.
Wow. All right. I'm gonna shoot at Blood Rider 8 to try to take that one out. I hit. I kill her. Now I'm gonna switch to 18 to see if I can take that one out for my last attack from the haste.
Okay. You missed.
And I missed. I'm done with my turn.
Shade.
Yeah, I'll try to slit her throat with my silvered dagger. Shouldn't that be a...
That should have been an advantage,
she's
yes.
restrained, so... And she might be not more incapacitated because I just hit her for damage, but she's restrained, yeah.
I think the problem might be the capital R on restraint.
No, I just put it on.
Oh.
Yeah, it was missing the first... It was just incapacitated from the, whatchamacallit.
Yago.
I almost feel like kicking a puppy right now. Or like I am kicking a puppy.
Are the war horses being independently threatening?
One of them is a Yago hit it with flames.
Oh yeah, that darn high elf like set the force on fire. Is that bad?
And actually, that warhorse you ran away from does get an opportunity attack on you.
Oh, okay.
Well, if it's going to attack my buddy, and I happen to have a 4th level spell slot available, it can eat a 4th level Scorching Ray. Which means I will get 5 attacks. I suspect it'll probably only take 1 or 2 to deal with the horse. And add 5 damage to that. Oh, the poor horse. Did you add the 5 damage before I rolled that 3?
Yep.
So that leaves me 3 more attacks.
As the horse teeters over, she falls into the water and becomes invisible. Sploosh.
Well, she's in the water, so she's still splashing around. You can tell where she is.
She's invisible. You don't see anything except where she splooshed.
and still splooshing.
Yeah, wouldn't it be a void of where she is in the water?
You can just see ripples where she fell in the water.
And she got back out of it then.
She just fell in, which means she has to make a dex save to see if she's prone.
Does she still have those shackles on?
Mm-hmm.
Is that your turn, Randall?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
And with that, you guys see ripples being carried downriver as she's swept away by the rushing water. Shackles and all.
Chase it. She's got to reappear sometime. The effects were never permanent.
Or she's in the water. I'll chase her down.
Just so you know, she's moving at about 60 feet a turn. So you...
Wow.
So the haste
Rushing
people
water.
can keep up with her easily.
Yep,
The
I'll do that.
The others cannot.
All right.
No, 60 feet a turn, we can all keep up with her. It's just the haste people can continue to attack her.
So she's actually about 60 feet down the river at this point.
I should be able to double move to catch up to her on my turn.
I'll do the same thing.
And actually,
And then next turn.
and
I'll
actually,
fire
it's
on her.
gonna. You guys are gonna have to be firing at disadvantage as she's under the water and you can't really tell where she's at.
That's fine. I'll still
That's
kill her.
fine. I'll just keep up with the rippling thing until she reappears if she does.
I like shooting bubbles. Just
think
let me
it'll
know when it's
be-
my turn.
I think it'll be theater of the mind from here on.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your turn, Ignatius.
Yeah, I guess I'm I didn't know we were still in the initiative. Yeah, running down and dashing, trying to catch her.
Waylander.
Yep, if I double move up to her, would I be able to... no, I'm not going to jump in the river.
Again, you cannot see her as she's invisible.
Yeah, but I could launch myself at the ripples, right?
Doesn't guarantee you're gonna hit her.
I'll just keep up with her.
Alright, so I'm gonna say you guys have kept up with her long enough. About 200 feet downriver, you no longer see the ripples.
So she got away.
Pretty much. You do, however, see
How
the.
is she able to do all of this while she's blind?
She wasn't blind.
Yeah, she is.
She's not running. She's being pulled by the river. And
Sorry,
she's
the shackles of terror blind and deafen her.
This is true.
Well, she's still riding the waves. I mean, it's not
Yeah, it's
her
not
doing
like
anything but
she's
trying to
paddling.
stay above.
If anything, she may have drowned.
Well, presumably, if she's invisible, if we get to the general area, we should see a void in the water where she would be.
What's weird, though, is
also
that
remember the water is dark and glittery. It's almost opaque.
I'll go back and see how many arrows I can collect back from the fight.
also, Karen, the effects were random at some point, so, and they were not permanent.
Rolled them on my my table. And as long as she stayed in the water, technically yes, the invisibility was permanent. It It would have been the same thing if one of you stayed in the water. The invisibility would have been permanent.
So we
Now,
were able to
she
run
has
along
to-
with her, but we couldn't keep up with her.
She has to come out of the river at some point, though.
Yeah, but invisibility still takes a while to drop.
And she could float to the bottom.
As far as you guys know, she probably drowned.
She could have drowned. So let's try to check where the ripples ended.
Okay. I can do better than that. Locate object on the dimensional shackles.
There you go.
You're able to find her dead corpse that way.
Shall we have a moment of silence for this, or collect the bounty?
Yes and yes.
We did the moment of silence. Let's go get our money.
You guys make it back to the and actually, as you search through her belongings, you find on her corpse you find a potion of frost giant strength.
Ooh.
And
Nice.
also the cloak of displacement.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, wow. That's a nice item.
And making it back to town and reporting in, you guys also get the 1,000 gold that was promised to you. And that is all. You guys earn 3,000 experience. The two Centaurum guys earn 1 extra renown. Everybody else just earns 1. So Zent guys, you earn 2. You also get 10 downtime days. And
Nice.
there's some story rewards that I'm going to copy and paste for you guys.
How much gold was it?
I haven't
hadn't said, yeah.
distributed the gold. We'll do that in a second.
Ah, gotcha. Actually, we made it through this pretty quickly, didn't we?
We didn't find anything. We talked our way out of everything.
Nothing wrong with that.
Actually,
You're saying that made it a lot faster.
I pre-rolled the one for the first encounter, and it actually came up the tree guys.
Yeah, these 2-hour mods don't have a lot of fights in them because they're meant to be running 2 hours.
I mean, I could have been a douchebag and made you guys fight a coven of hags.
We have a wizard, and yeah, that would have been nasty. We don't have enough counterspell for them.
That's the story award you guys receive. So, anyone with 0 magic items that would like the cloak of displacement.
Yes,
Who said yes?
Waylander.
You have 0 magic items?
That is correct.
Anybody else have 0 magic items?
No, I have 1. I'm not in the running for this.
Then the cloak is yours, Waylander.
Merry
Sweet.
Christmas.
Congrats.
Whoever wants the potion of frost giant strength, please roll off for it.
My bad rolls continue.
So do mine. Congrats, Shade.
We'll get him
Thanks.
next time, Landerin.
I don't know.
Nobody else want the potion of frost giant strength?
I can do it without it.
Then there's a potion of healing.
Do we have a dedicated healer in the party?
Well, until the end of this adventure when we all go our separate ways.
You gotta love my rolls.
Iago, if nobody else wants it, it's yours.
No complaints here.
Congrats.
And you guys each get 200 gold.
Five downtime.
10 downtime. And if you're a Zent, you get 2 renown. Everybody else only gets 1. Experience, everybody gets 3 grand, 3k.
Nice.
That's a level.
Awesome. Can't believe that was a cloak of displacement.
Those duplicate a blur spell, don't they?
Yep.
Kind of better.
Until you get hit and then it doesn't
resets
work for a
every
round or something.
Yeah, it resets start of your next turn.
But as a ranged fighter, this is like awesome.
Yeah, I want one for Ignatius, but
I definitely want one for my rogue.
I'll have to buy it.
Landern has his cloak of Elvenkind. I couldn't pass that up.
I think I leveled too. Yep. Oh no. Damn it.
Close, but no cigar here.
Yep.
I just barely did. I was praying we didn't miss any XP.
No,
I don't think we did.
You guys got all the XP.
Later, guys.
Later.
Have a good
Night,
night.
Ron.
Ernesto, you know we were kind of cheated in that adventure prior to this one, right?
Oh, I don't know, man. I turned out pretty well.
No, when they weren't counting the ruins they took previously.
Oh, as magic items?
Alright guys, thanks for
And
watching.
Storm King's Thunder.
Have a good night.
What I